Welcome to Weekly Wrap, everyone. This is episode 2. So this week we're going to talk a bit more. We're going to be a bit more focused. We're going to be really hitting the transfers happening in football. So I think the first one we'll start with not probably the best team in the world.
Oh boy,
the best team. I'm not talking current form. I'm talking about greatness, proper greatness. AFC Arsenal Football Club. So AJ, you been keeping up with the news for the transfers?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Bernardo Silva to Arsenal?
Yeah. 50 million is what I'm here. What's the likelihood of that happening?
I can see happening. I know Bernardo Silva's not happy at City. But yeah, I think rumor has it that he's been unhappy since last year, and he's been told to stay for 1 year, which is at the end of this year, and now he wants to leave.
Mate, City disgust me, man.
There's two big teams in this game. It's Atletico Madrid and Arsenal.
Oh, they got that money. But going back, City disgusts me, man. Because the only reason you guys are selling Bernardo Silva is to get the yucky, disgusting cash. First to put 160 million for Harry Kane, which is disgusting, and 100 million for Jack Grealish, which is also disgusting.
Honestly, I wouldn't accept any player from Arsenal. I'd only want cash. And if I was to...
Oh, so you're saying Saka couldn't make into City?
No. He would. I wouldn't take him.
Oh, mate, I already had this discussion. Saka's a better player than Foden.
We
Foden's
always...
a better goal scorer. Foden's a better goal scorer. He'll get you more goals. He's a better attacker. But Saka is a better all-round. He can play almost any many positions, not any positions, but many positions, and do just as good a job at any of those positions.
Can I tell you one thing though?
What?
Zinchenko is someone like that, and he's a squad rotational player.
He's a squad. Saka isn't a squad rotation player.
That just tells you quality in our team,
mate. How many men of matches does Saka get?
Who
was benched in the Euros? Was Saka or Foden?
I'm not gonna lie. It's Foden.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, but would he have done what he did in the Champions League last season?
Who?
Saka.
If Saka was in the City team, you'll be even better.
No.
Just listen to this.
Okay.
Saka is the best player in Arsenal in form right now.
Okay.
For the last 1.5 seasons.
Okay.
He's a kid.
Yep.
A kid has been a best player.
Okay.
He's outperformed Aubameyang, Lacazette, Willian, who's been complete shit, Pepe. He was playing left back. He played a game of right back. Whereas your dude Foden, he has got De Bruyne, Mahrez, Sterling. He didn't have Aguero because he was injured, so we won't include him. And Jesus is crap. He had. I used to have Bernardo Silva has been in that, but quality player still.
Okay, so
you lift with the team you play with.
But if you have to bench Sterling, right, to get the left
Sterling
or right
was in
wing,
crap form last season.
or Bernardo Silva.
Sterling was in crap form last season.
No, but let me finish. You have to bench Ferran Torres, Sterling, Mahrez.
Take Torres out of conversation, man. He's been there for 1 season. He paid 20
Have
million.
you not seen him in the Spanish national team?
Mate, where did Spain finish? Where did Spain finish in the Euros?
I can't remember.
That tells you all you need to
I know his stats are crazy. And in the Champions League, he was consistent. He's the one got us out of the group stages.
You talk about Torres being good for Spain. Did you see how good Xhaka was for Switzerland?
Yeah, but Xhaka is a different story.
No, it's not a different story. International football's a lot slower. You can be good. There's a different type of speed.
Okay, fine. Let's agree to disagree.
I'm definitely on discussion with you later on. I'm gonna prove myself to be correct. Anyway, we're not here for this.
Wait, ladies and gents, just to let you know, if you guys want a video of us arguing about Foden and Saka, let us know, because we have argued almost 30 hours worth of arguments and stats about this.
I won every time.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't. Mm-hmm. We've always ended up with saying, let's agree to disagree.
Well, actually, I haven't won. Saka's won.
That's just dry. I'm sorry.
Mate, Saka's won.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, let's move on. Bernardo Silva, that's why it's been linked. The other business Arsenal has done, they've got Lokonga, which I think was for about 20 million when you include add-ons.
Oh, yeah.
And he came recommended by one of your guys, Vincent Kompany, and Thierry Henry, one of our boys.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tavares to the door, who scored a goal in the warm-ups, which is good. Mm-hmm. Ben White, from what we hear, is done. And I still understand the Ben White deal. Like, it's great to spend 50 million on him, but what exactly is that with William Saliba?
I don't know, but I remember we were in for him as well when Laporte was rumoured to leave.
For Saliba or for
Ben White?
Oh yeah, I know you, Chelsea, and Everton are all interested. Although I feel like your interest and Chelsea's interest wasn't really interest. It was my inquiry. I think Everton was the main team that was really trying to get him from us.
James Rodriguez is a meme.
I'm expecting his transfer to Real Madrid. If it's not this window, it'll be next window.
I think he should just retire. He's like, I quit. You can't follow him all the time.
He got done dirty. It's interesting for us because we have these rumors, and I find these rumors bullshit. We have these rumors on a £250 million war chest. If the Ben White deal gets done, which I think it is done, we've spent about roughly, give or take, 78 to 80 million. I don't think we have 250 million available to buy. I think that's a complete load of trash. But we are linked with heavy midfielders. Maddison is the other one besides Bernardo Silva to play the cam role. Leicester seem to be wanting 60 million, and Maddison does want to come to Arsenal, from what I hear, because of the money. They're looking at double his salary. And Arsenal's a bigger profile than Leicester, even though Leicester's a better team. Leicester's a much better team, but just the history of Arsenal places them at a much higher level, and it might help him get into the international team for the World Cup next year.
But you said money doesn't talk.
Yeah, you guys ruined it. you and Chelsea ruined it.
Well, PSG.
You and Chelsea. I think Chelsea started before. Chelsea started doing it before PSG. I think you and PSG ran at the same time.
Yeah. So we did. Chelsea ruined it before us.
Chelsea have got 2 Champions Leagues now, but even PSG can't seem to buy one at the moment, mate.
But it's interesting to see. I'll go off topic for a bit here.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see what's going to happen to Man City because Jesus is linked to Juventus on a long-term loan.
I think it's good to get rid of him because I don't think he's that good.
Yeah. Then we got a youth player, Liam Delap, who's broken every record I know in the youth team. And
it wasn't much to break, mate.
Okay. He's broken most records.
Yep.
Okay. And let's just take the banter aside for a second.
Right. Okay.
And we're going to be left with our striker unless we sign Harry Kane.
Yeah.
But
you need a striker. I think if you are to win the league next season, you will be in the mix. It'll be probably you and Liverpool. I think United are the best squad, but I think their manager's not good enough. I think your manager, Liverpool's manager, and Chelsea's manager are much better. I do think it'll be you and Liverpool in the mix, and Chelsea probably. If they get Haaland, they might be in and around it, but I don't think they'll win it. I think it'll be you and Liverpool.
But Oli signed an extension. Oh, you know Hyndman's son?
Yep.
He signed the extension until 2025.
Yeah, 4-year extension, I heard.
He's going to have a dust in his trophy cabinet for a while.
Yeah, I think poor dude. But you know why he signed an extension?
Why?
Because it's a COVID market. If Real Madrid and Barcelona, those sorts of guys weren't COVID affected, they would have swooped in. Yeah, I'm sure they would have swooped in. He's quality.
Yeah.
Him and Kane are levels above Tottenham.
I feel like City should get both of them.
And this is why I say City. Yeah.
Okay, if you had Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
And you had as much money as us, and whatever your history, whatever.
Oh, we do have money.
No, but let's just say, for example, that your owner wants to spend.
Yeah.
And you had the opportunity to sign Kane and Son.
Yeah.
Without the rivalry in the way.
Yeah.
Would you sign it?
If we had this opportunity to sign Kane and Son without the. Now you know what? I'm gonna say no to that. You know
why? Why?
Because we don't need to. We got quality coming through our academy. You look at our best players right now; they're all academy players.
Okay, fine.
That's where teams like Arsenal, United, Liverpool are different to. I think Chelsea have a good academy now, but when they started, theirs was trash. And that's a City. You got Foden through the ranks, and he lost on Jadon Sancho. The reason, that's the issue there, right? Someone like Sancho, he couldn't break through because he had so many superstars in his team.
I think it was actually a behavioural issue too. Because I remember when I was listening to news back in the day, he used to rock up late for training. He wouldn't do as Pep says.
Yeah, but he was a young teenager then too, right?
Of course, but like there's a different. Pep likes those school kids, He teaches Pep type of kids.
No,
so that's probably why.
Maybe you have a point there, but I mean, you did lose someone who's quite good there.
Yeah.
And now he's ended up in your arch rival.
Did you see the meme? So in when he was at City Youth Academy, he said Manchester is blue, or football's blue, one of the two.
Yeah.
And then he left to go to Dortmund. He was linked to Chelsea the season after, or something around there. Yeah. And he's like, I've always wanted to play for Chelsea. And then when the transfer goes to United, he's like, Manchester's red.
It's a plastic play, they're a plastic team. What do you want, man?
No. I've caught him red-handed. It's like Brahim Diaz as well. He's like,
who's Brahim Diaz?
Oh, he's also a youth player. Okay. So he transferred to Real Madrid, I think, for 20 million.
Yep.
From City's youth academy.
Yeah.
And he used to train with our A team.
Yeah, and good money there, 20 million for him.
Yeah. So when he was at City, he said, I always want to play for Barcelona with Lionel Messi. He transfers to Real Madrid. He's I always play Real Madrid. Yeah, but he's gone to loan to AC Milan. I think they've bought him now or something.
AC Milan did?
Yeah.
I think so. I'll just quickly finish off on Arsenal. I think we do. If we get this, so once we got those 3 signings all done, we do need a CDM, and I think that's where for me the best player to get that position would be Basuma because he wants to come to Arsenal. But I mean, there's Locatelli who doesn't really want to come to Arsenal. He wants to go to Juventus. They're waiting for him. There's Neves, who apparently Arteta really likes because of his ball playing ability. And then we need the cam sorted. I do think we need a backup tall striker. I don't want Tammy Abraham. Don't want nothing personal against him. But 40 million for him, no. If it was 10 million, sure.
But following the trend of Arsenal's transfers, it's a very Arsenal thing to go for the ex-Chelsea player.
I'm hoping it's all going to stop now after the Willian thing and they've learned their lesson.
I think you guys could go Conte. Just like follow the trend, get Conte. You know.
I would not say no to Conte. And then Cam, so Madison or Bernardo Silva, I would not be angry at either of them. They're both very good. But moving on from Arsenal, what's happening to the cityscape? Is that Kane and Grealish thing actually on the cards, or is it all paper talk?
Well, there's been reports saying that Grealish has agreed personally, but I think that's just a load of BS because
what's the reported salary?
This hasn't been disclosed.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason why I think
Probably
it's BS.
A big number.
But I think another thing that's BS is because his agent, he wants to get a transfer somewhere else, so he's probably just trying to gain, advertising, people bidding and stuff. He's trying to make a fake news or something.
Yeah, paper talk.
Yeah,
push up the price.
Yeah, that's why I think he's probably not coming to City unless you guys buy Bernardo Silva.
So what would Aston Villa want for Jack Grealish?
I think it was rumored. 100 to 80 million. I can't remember what currency.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And we've obviously got Kane, but we were also interested in Danny Ings.
Kane. You haven't got Kane yet. Working on Kane.
I said interested. Yeah. But we were also rumored to be in for Danny Ings. Yeah. He's a bit of a confusing one.
He's a tricky one. He's a good player. I think you can forget about his age. I don't think. I mean, he's 28 or 29, I think, which isn't the big thing. But his injury record.
But I don't think he's consistent. Because if you look at Liverpool, he wasn't doing that good.
No.
And they do play somewhat high press.
Yeah.
And we play
fullbacks running all the way up.
Yeah, and we play high press as well. And he had a goal drought, so you could say that maybe
he would be a good backup option for you.
Yeah, but who would be our first option?
You have no strikers.
That's what I'm saying. We need to get a striker, unless we convert Gundogan into a striker. That's an option, but I still wouldn't do that. I'd keep him as a attacking centre mid.
Yeah,
he's more attacking. He's defensive, and he's a good ball player. Yeah.
So you guys only linked to 2 players.
Well, we're linked with 2. Well, 2 players are credible. We were linked with Haaland too, but
I feel like Chelsea's hot on that one.
No, I feel like no one's gonna get him.
Yeah, no one might not get him, but if anyone's gonna get him, it's gonna be Chelsea.
I reckon if we don't get Kane this season, we'll go for Haaland next season.
Everyone's gonna be bidding for Haaland, man.
Yeah, but Haaland is City supporter by heart.
I wonder who do we see supporter for you guys in League 3, League 2 still?
No, but isn't there a connection with his dad?
Yeah.
So
there is a connection with his dad, but
of course.
There's so many people that don't support the clubs that they family support.
Let's just hope he doesn't do a Jadon Sancho.
I think Manchester's red.
Yeah.
But talking about Manchester, their squad actually scares me. It's amazing.
No, but Ollie's at the wheel, man. We don't have to worry.
Because they got the wrong bus driver. Because if they had any quality manager at the top, I reckon they would win the league. I reckon they'd even have a good crack at the Champions League. Because they have... Oh, shit, they got a mad team.
And did you hear about Jose Mourinho?
Cheese, bread is bread?
No. So what happened is Mkhitaryan left United. Because he didn't...
Roma?
Yeah, because... No, Mkhitaryan...
So, he went to Arsenal to Roma.
Yeah, Arsenal, yeah, Roma.
Yeah.
So he left United. And part of it was because Jose Mourinho didn't like him. Same with, was it Chris Smalling? Is that the centre back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those two don't like Mourinho.
And now he's over there.
You
know, the funny thing is, when Mourinho was at Chelsea many years ago, Joan Mata was in little places. It was at the top of his priorities, and then he followed him to United. Mourinho wants the Xhaka.
I don't understand that.
That's pretty much done. His word is they're going to be meeting for pre-season training at Portugal next season. Now, I do understand. He's a Mourinho style player. But Xhaka's very physical. He is quite strong. He's not scared to get for a fight. He did give Arsenal a backbone, but he's very hot. I guess he has a bit of a short fuse. But what he would do well in, I think, in Italy, is because he's got more time on the ball. He can pass the ball better, play it better.
Mm.
In the Premier League, he struggled with that, so I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, Man United, I do feel like they are going to be a dangerous force. But I still don't think they'll win anything just because Oli at the wheel. There's no wheel. If he couldn't beat Villa, I mean, I can't talk because Arsenal lost a good evening. But if he lost a good evening, the squad he's got, that's quite. And good evening had retirement FC.
Wait, did you hear about Pogba?
I've heard links to PSG.
Apparently, he's still not interested. He's not interested in signing extension.
Yeah.
So I think.
But do you blame him?
Not really.
No.
But I think Bruno Fernandes will sign an extension if Pogba stays. So it's a chain.
But where would Fernandes go?
His stats are crazy.
Yeah, but where would he go? I'm asking. Like, who can afford him?
Yeah.
Well, it's a COVID market.
It is a COVID market, but I can imagine like PSG swooping for him as well.
Yeah, PSG.
They got so much money.
Yeah, PSG really annoy me. Again, it's Moneyball FC.
Yeah, of course. That's the currency nowadays.
No, the currency that certain teams started.
I mean, if you look at my generation, I know a lot of people who follow number one in the league.
Yeah, hashtag plastic fans. You know, I do say this though. I remember last season or the season before, Newcastle were considered to be everyone thought they were about to be acquired by that really rich Arabian super fund, I think it was. That team would be mad.
Remember when they were linked to buy Mbappe?
That was paper talk. But if a team of this, because they do have a decent following and they do have a decent history. If a team like that, and I think you put Leeds in the same category, who have a decent history, get bought by some rich ass owner, then it's going to be game over very soon. It won't happen in one season, it won't happen in 2 seasons because I have to build a team, but it will become game over quite soon.
Wait, let's just have a history. I'll take us back in time for a second here.
Oh, here we go.
So, before the City owner actually bought City, did you know he was actually bidding for Liverpool?
No, I didn't know that.
No, so he was.
Liverpool are really expensive though.
Yeah, so I think he I can't remember the bid, but I know it got rejected like 3 or 4 times, and then he went over to, I think there was some small club in the lower leagues of the English,
Manchester City.
No, before Manchester City. Before Manchester City, and then
who was that?
I can't remember.
I
remember watching a YouTube video on this.
Okay.
And there was
what, they just thought they were too small?
Yeah, they were too small, and he thought he needs a bigger team.
He used the Manchester team name to his advantage, didn't he?
Yeah. So he bought Manchester City after that.
Yeah.
So if I wouldn't say I'd be a Liverpool supporter, but I'd be very devastated at Liverpool because I'd probably be spending imagine their history.
Look at their fan base.
Yeah, their fan base.
Second biggest team in England.
And their players at the moment.
Yeah.
With that much money. Yeah.
They would hurt people.
And imagine if they bought Rodri in their system.
Yeah, I rate Rodri. I think he's a good player. I think he's made defense look really good. Diaz and Stones. I think obviously you have the best defensive record in this, right? Last season.
Yeah.
I think he's been one of the key guys for you to keep that.
Of course. Do you remember the stats? He's like one of the best
midfielders in Europe.
Yeah. Far, he's crazy.
He is. Chelsea's main focus seems to be Haaland. The reason why I want to sell Tammy Abraham to, I don't think Arsenal or West Ham were amongst it as well. It's because then they can raise that money to get Haaland. 150 million is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I think it's quite expensive though. I think just wait a year.
But the thing is, if he waits a year, there's gonna be auction off like people. It's a release clause, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 75 million or something.
Well, then maybe it might be such a bad thing because once you paid, you've activated it, right?
Yeah, and then it's just the wage.
That would be auctioning. Then all these teams are gonna come to me. Hey man, you want 300 grand a week? Now I want 400. Another team comes. He's 500.
But what about Barcelona?
What about Barcelona?
They got some mad signings.
Oh yeah. But they can't really get them on board until the salary cap gets sorted.
I thought they already got it sorted.
No.
Real Madrid. What Messi? Oh.
No. So Real Madrid and Barcelona, they've reached salary cap. They say they need to sell players to get the new players in.
But I still can't believe Real Madrid let go of Ramos.
They'll probably help them with salary issue though.
I'd still argue he's one of their best centre backs.
Yeah, he's one of the best centre backs in the world.
With that, if you don't, I've seen games where Varane has been by himself without Ramos, and he's
Like
like,
United getting stitched up.
yeah, I feel like he's like a baby without a safety blanket.
Oh, I don't know. Man. I reckon he's over. I wouldn't have been upset if Arsenal bought him.
I'd probably be upset if City bought him.
Really?
I've seen his highlights without Ramos.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think, how is this work? How does this chemistry work? Like he simply cannot defend without Ramos. I think it might be because Ramos scares like the daylights out of defenders, and then they just run to Varane.
What's Ramos going to do? Is Zlatan standing in front of him?
Well, Ramos is Ramos. He'll probably try to break his arm or something.
If Zlatan won't let that happen for him.
He's like, Zlatan does not agree.
Zlatan
If you
is
try,
back roundhouse kicking.
and the ref's like, I'll give you a red card for that. He's like, Zlatan gives you a red card for that.
Zlatan is football. Yeah, look, I don't know. On the face of it, run to City United looks pretty good, and I can't lie, I'm a bit jealous of that.
I think the Brazilian centre back they have, I can't pronounce his name. Starts with the E, and his last name starts with M. I'm sorry if I offended anyone there, but I just don't want to mispronounce it. Want
to butcher it.
Yeah, because I do butcher names.
Yeah.
At work, I have to say people's names, and I always get them wrong.
Oh.
Like there's like a 90% chance I'm gonna get it wrong.
You get cultured, man.
Yeah, so I think he's a very good young centre back. I can see why they let go of Ramos, but I feel like he's the wrong player they let go. It should have been Varane.
Yeah, but he's 36, man.
Yeah, but have you not seen what he's done?
Yeah, but he's 36. How much longer are you going to hold him on for?
I'd hold him for another year, and then I'll let go of Varane for say whatever United offer. Was it 70 million, 60 million?
No, they're getting 45.
Okay, 45. Then 45 million.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a great deal.
And then just let him go 45 million. Keep Ramos for maybe another 2 seasons or one. Wait for COVID to destroy your let go of your financial things, and once it goes back to normal, sign another centre back.
They got salary cap issues too, though. Like, how would they keep him? How would they keep Ramos and not be worried about the salary cap issues?
Well, if they let go of Bale, that'll probably help because there is a line.
Does Ancelotti not rate Bale?
I think he does rate Bale because when Ancelotti was there, he had BBC.
But Bale is one of the guys who's also listed to leave as well.
Yeah, so if they let go of him.
Yeah, but that doesn't fix the position. They let go of Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to let go of Bale.
Mm-hmm.
Have they hold on to one of them? That puts them in a worse position. I
think Varane would probably chew up a lot of it too.
I think all them accountant dudes at Real Madrid and Barcelona gotta get their shit together.
Yeah, you're an expert.
That's I guess that's the big news. And obviously, windows not shut. Preseason started. I mean, Gas got Man United and they lost 4-2 last night at QPR.
Yeah, I saw that. And did you see Ollie's reaction?
No, this is your.
Oh, it was the exact same reaction as when it started.
Oh yeah. What was that?
Just a normal face.
Oh, okay.
It looked like he didn't care.
Yeah, I guess if it's was it a full team? Yeah, they play full squad.
Let's have a look. I think I can't remember. It wouldn't be. I don't think it would be full team because it's a preseason game.
Yeah.
But let's have a look.
You can't really read much into preseason. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like.
Lingardinho.
Oh, Lingardinho's a bad boy. So they had Greenwood, Lingardinho, Dan James, Matic, Pereira. Trying to say, yeah. So they had some play. It was definitely not this first 11, nowhere near. But they had some strong players coming off the bench as well. Wasn't
Mata?
Yeah, but wasn't really. It's like I say, you look at a team, it wasn't really the full strength. So that sort of makes sense.
Yeah. I think City's friendly has been cancelled. Because of COVID reasons.
Arsenal's friendlies in America got cancelled.
Really?
Especially in Florida.
Okay.
Play Inter Milan and Everton. So, but now instead we're going to have played a couple other games. We played Millwall, beaten the 4-1 overnight. And we're going to go and play Chelsea and Tottenham.
Oh, did you hear? Does Emil Smith-Rowe have number 10 jersey now?
He has. He signed a new contract. He's got the number 10. Man, there is weight on that. Dennis Bergkamp, the baddest bad man of number 10 of all in Premier League era. And Mesut Ozil in his first of 2.5 seasons. Mate. Smith-Rowe, if he can play anywhere near those two at those times, Ushi.
I feel like you're putting too much pressure on the kid.
Well, you say that, but last season, although we were shit and our season was crap, we got really good when we got Smith-Rowe on our team. There's no coincidence that from that point onwards we equaled the second or third in points since Smith-Rowe jumped in our team.
But I don't mean to offend you here, but this is like the conversation we had. So ladies and gentlemen, this is context. So when Arteta left City, right? When Arteta left City, our
This is different. I know what you're gonna say. I'll let you finish, but I'm just gonna quickly butt in and say that this is nothing the same as Emil Smith Rowe. But anyway, go.
Okay, so when Arteta left City, City had a downfall in form, right?
Yeah.
And we were like 8th or something, and he was roasting me.
You won the Teapot Cup that season. Oh, you Carabao Cup.
But he was roasting me for most of the season.
Yeah, we won the FA Cup, mate. And we should have won nothing.
And,
we beat
Liverpool. And you beat us.
We beat you guys.
I can understand why.
Were you scared?
I was scared
because that season. Okay.
I was trying to be as cool as a cucumber into the face.
Surely you would have been worried because when that season, Emery goes good evening, right? He literally goes good evening because he gets sacked, and we're like Banter FC. And we did. To be fair though, when Arteta came in, we were 8th. When he finished the season, we were 8th. But he beat Liverpool when they only lost one game before that against Watford. He beat City. I'm not sure he beat you in the league, but he beat you in the FA Cup.
Yep.
He beat Chelsea in the FA Cup.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I got gassed up, and I probably got that. Yeah, probably got two. In hindsight, it was bullshit.
Helium. You got helium.
I got helium.
Yes. So
that was embarrassing. But that's nothing the same as Emil Smith Rowe because he's done well past.
But moving on to my point.
Yeah.
You guys are a meme at the moment. No. I'm trying. I'm not.
I'm a realist. We are. This is the crappiest period we've had. These are the last 25 years. I mean, that season Arteta came in, it sort of salvaged it because we won the FA Cup. Well, last season was dog shit.
Yeah.
But he's a thing, mate. He's a thing. Greatness you establish over time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to do.
Yeah, okay.
Not over the 10 years you've done it.
I mean, 10 years is a long time.
10 years ain't that long. You look at Arsenal, they've done big clumps.
Okay. How many years have you been great? Tell me. Just give me.
I can't give you a breakdown. Give it to you, but I can tell you this much.
How many years?
In 25 years in Premier League, this is the first time I've ever been in Europe.
Okay, so it's 25 years.
No. We've got one of the most FA Cups.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Second most league titles.
Okay.
In the 1930s, we won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
We got the gold in Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, I could give you... This is coming off the cuff, mate. I could give you a lot. When you go history... Don't have this argument, mate. City is nowhere near the same.
I'm not trying to have an argument here.
Alright, cool.
I'm just trying to be a realist here for a second.
Oh, you're trying to be a realist here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I got to get ready for this.
My real isn't always real. It's more like an unrealist. But who's to say the City's not going to build the history?
You might, but it's going to take you a while.
Yeah,
it's going to take you time. And one thing I do say is the best saving grace you got for you right now is the fact Pep started an extension.
But
because you won the league, but
yes.
You have lost Aguero. Yes. You have lost. Recently you lost Silva.
Company
a little while ago, but he's been massive loss. He's one of the best captains to probably be in the Premier League era. Probably top 5, I'd say.
And probably one of the best centre backs too.
Be one of the best centre backs as well. Fernandinho, another big one. He's probably been.
He's signed an extension.
Yeah, but he's like, what's he? 36, 35?
Yeah, but he'll pass the wisdom on to Rodri.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but Rodri is good. I can't lie, he's good, but you play double pivot, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So then I guess the question is, will the other second pivot guy be good enough to fit in with him? I don't know. I mean, there's things I'm just sort of come to my mind, and I think if your key thing is to keep Pep once Pep goes. I mean, you look at the best example I can give is Man United. Under Ferguson, they were bad boy. And as soon as Ferguson left, look at them. As soon as he's left, well, they won 1 Europa League and 1 FA Cup, I think. Have they won anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think
this is the same team that destroyed. Like, I mean, Arsenal's always with United going toe to toe. But I mean, I'm gonna be real here. Ferguson was a different smoke.
But I'm not trying to defend any United supporter here. But
defend or offend?
Offend.
Okay.
So, I said offend. It's offend. Anyway. United, out of the cup exits, it's always been by a former City player. So it was Europa League, their goalkeeper. What's his name again? I forgot his name. Villarreal's goalkeeper, the one that won the penalty.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Good Evening's goalkeeper.
Yeah, Good Evening's goalkeeper. He's a former City player. He scored the match-winning penalty, and he made the match-winning save in quotation marks. And then against RB Leipzig, Angelino, he's a Man City loanee, which also got, I think, 2 assists that game as a left back. And
he did well.
What was the other cup that they exited as well? Was it FA Cup?
No, well, obviously they did exit, but I don't know if knocked them out because Leicester and Chelsea in the final. Leicester won that.
Yeah, I can't remember the FA Cup, but I know it was a former City player who had some sort of a big impact on that.
Yeah.
So could this be the beginning of Manchester being blue?
Historically, it's a real very fun.
It's very red. Yes.
It's like over the last 10 years, you have been a better team. Like you can't fact you've been a better team. You won 4 league titles, but you're nowhere near Kamachi.
Of course.
Historically, you're talking about the biggest team in the world.
Of course, historically, no. But could this be the beginning of Manchester's dominance? Manchester City's dominance?
If you do it for the next 30, 35 years, maybe.
Mm.
One thing I would like to talk to you about later on, it won't be on this particular podcast, but down the track, is if we had a league where we had prime Wenger, prime Ferguson, prime Mourinho, prime Klopp, prime Pep.
That'd be fun.
With their prime teams.
That'd be fun. I honestly, even though I'm a City supporter, I hands down would say probably United.
I don't think it'd be hands down.
No, as in like I'm trying to put my hands down to say I'm trying to be I'm trying not to be biased here.
Okay.
I'd say it'll be close.
Yeah.
But I think Sir Alex Ferguson is very good.
He was very good.
Yes.
Yeah, but that we keep that as a podcast for another time.
Yeah. Fergie time.
Fergie time. I like that. We should call it Fergie time.
Yeah, we'll
actually no, don't. Because I'm Wenger, mate.
Okay, Wenger.
I'm Wenger, bro. I'm not gonna blow steam smoke up with Fergie's ass for no reason, mate. We're not gonna call it Fergie time. Anyway, that's putting it out there.
Okay. Let's call it.
We'll think of something.
Yeah. We'll think when we release, you guys will know.
Yeah. Well, I think that pretty much sums up the football week this week, and a bit extra and our thoughts on things. Anything else you want to add on?
No, just like, comment, and subscribe, please, and follow our Instagram page. We've got a few followers.
Yeah. All right, thanks, guys.